Imagine if every single minute your body lost exactly 1 centimeter of height. At first, you wouldn't even notice. A single centimeter is barely the width of your fingernail. You might brush off feeling slightly lower to the ground, but an hour in, you've lost over 2 feet of height. People on the street start giving you double takes. You suddenly look drastically different to everyone you know. The mathematical certainty of the countdown is the primary threat. The clock keeps ticking, and the equation offers no exit strategy. Let's say it starts at 2:13 a.m. You wake up for a glass of water, step into the bathroom, and something feels off. The mirror looks taller. Your clothes feel looser. You reach for the faucet, but your hands barely clear the edge of the counter. The physical architecture of your own home no longer accommodates your body. This chart visualizes the precise, inescapable trap. You measure yourself. Exactly 170 centimeters. 60 seconds later, the number drops to 169. Another minute passes, 168. The data confirms a terminal trajectory. Every 60 seconds, your physical mass vanishes with perfect, brutal consistency. Normal human aging has been entirely overwritten. Your biology is now bound by a countdown, rapidly decaying your physical presence in real time. As you shrink down to the size of a toddler, everyday objects transform into dead weight. Your smartphone, once effortlessly tossed into a pocket, suddenly requires 2 hands just to drag across a table. The energy required simply to move skyrockets. Pulling yourself onto a standard office chair becomes an exhausting climb, turning basic furniture into impassable cliffs. If you venture out by daylight, the isolation deepens. You're navigating sidewalks at a fraction of an adult's height, while strangers stare, point, and inevitably pull out their phones to record you. Every passing second becomes psychological torture. The relentless ticking of the clock serves as a constant reminder that you are permanently losing your place in society. The environment around you is completely static, but your shifting scale is rendering you rapidly incompatible with it. Once you cross the 50-centimeter mark, your home turns totally hostile. A standard residential hallway feels cavernous, and everyday doors become towering monoliths you could never hope to open. Your sensory inputs warp entirely. The quiet hum of your house amplifies into a deafening roar. You start hearing the aggressive buzz of electricity coursing through the walls, and the floorboards vibrate with terrifying intensity. Any movement from a normal human becomes a lethal hazard. A simple walk across the kitchen floor registers as a series of explosive, ground-shaking impacts that could crush you instantly. You scramble out of the way of a falling shoe, trying to scream for help, but the physics of your biology have failed you. Your vocal cords are now so tiny that they only produce high-frequency squeaks, completely imperceptible to human ears. Your only option is to retreat. You drag yourself into the dust beneath the furniture, staring up at the shadows, and watch the minutes tick by. Stripped of our natural size, the illusion of safety vanishes completely. Absolute scale reduction exposes just how fragile human life actually is, without the mass to defend it. Huddled in the dark, a profound psychological shift takes over. The immediate fear of being crushed fades, replaced by the deep, existential dread of shrinking until you simply cease to exist. But as you shrink further into the heavy, total darkness, your vision adjusts to a new, terrifying layer of reality. You begin to notice tiny, unnatural movements swarming in the dust. Strange shapes emerge from the shadows, bizarre, multi-eyed organisms that natively occupy this subvisual scale, watching you with cold awareness. These entities have always been right here, thriving in the microscopic crevices of your own home, completely hidden below the threshold of human perception. This rapid descent has now marooned you in a hidden ecosystem that operates entirely beyond the threshold of human perception. The minute hand completes another rotation. You are officially microscopic. The creatures in the darkness turn toward you. One of them speaks, its voice a needle-thin whisper. Another human has arrived. If you lost exactly 1 centimeter of height every minute, how long do you think you could navigate your own home before the scale swallowed you? Let me know your survival plan in the comments, and subscribe for more deep dives